Hey, this is Nancy, and welcome, whether this is your first time or you've been here all along. Thank you for subscribing. First of all, I appreciate that very much. It helps me get a lot more videos out into the world. And I typically am going to do videos on ancestral tarot or ancestral oracles. Most of my work is centered around working with the ancestors. And whether you came from a loving family of origin or a horribly toxic family of origin, there are lots of ancestors in spirit who want you to have a happy life. And, I see kind of my job is to help you make that connection. Um, Today, I decided I want to do a series on the cards in my Ancestral Magic Oracle deck. Now, if you have the Ancestral Magic kit that was on Kickstarter, it also, you could have purchased two expansion packs, so it would have made a very large deck. What we did, Stacy Williams Ung and I, is we went through all of the cards and we pulled out ones we felt kind of overlapped with other cards. And we added some new cards to the deck to create a new entity, the Oracle. Um, my series is going to be, one at a time going through the deck and just talking about how you might use each card in communicating with your ancestors or in whatever type of ancestral work you do or mediumship work you do. So I randomly pulled one and I got the Achiever. Okay. So as you can see in the ephemera, um, there's the flower, there's this wonderful vintage picture frame, and there's like this looks like a pennant from a school, this down below. So what does this mean in terms of ancestral work? So it could be somebody who played sports and won some championship, but look at it as an archetype. I'm just going to put it down for a minute. Look at it as an archetype. What is somebody who achieves? Well, it could be somebody that achievement is really easy. They have incredible talent, and whatever they take on, they're successful at. It can be somebody who works really, really hard to get where they want to go. And that's a totally different type of achievement. It could be somebody who makes it to the top of the corporate ladder. It can be somebody who overcomes a learning disability like dyslexia and becomes a writer. Any way or anything that takes some effort on your part to help you achieve, sorry, it's my phone, um, is the achiever. Now, let's say that a woman is trying to do something in a man's world. That's an incredible achievement. I'm thinking about I think there's a woman who's one of the referees in the NFL. I think so. Um, Head of a corporation. Somebody who had trouble in school and ends up with a PhD in education. It can be many things. And think about achievement. Achievement can be tiny. You know, let's say that you really need to do something for your self-care. And that thing looks so big to you, it's like totally out of your reach. You, if you think that way, it's like hitting the mountain full speed. It's a crash and burn. But if you take one tiny step at a time, and there are a lot of books out there on this one tiny step at a time approach. It is personally, it's incredibly hard for me. I really just want to go for the whole thing all at once, and it's not really healthy, and it has not helped me in some ways. So if I take one step towards something I know I need to do, I am the achiever. I'm the achiever, even with that one step. So I just want you to think about ways that you are the achiever in your own life. Think about your ancestors. If this card comes up in an ancestral reading, if you have this deck, think about the many ways that that could be, the many things it could be telling you about that ancestor. I love the card. I love the concept because I think it really makes me think about how many ways we can be achievers. And it's not just the big things. So think about the small things in your own life. If you don't have that deck and are interested, Stacy's company, lapantherstudio.com, carries the deck, and I'll put a link in the description. So, the achiever, more to come.